All right, guys, welcome back to Vasilis training number 7. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for staying awake up until this point. I know we're all excited for one of the most important parts right now, and that, of course, is the Vasilis social media training. This is so important. I cannot stress to you how important this is because this is really going to be the main source of your leads. I'm telling you guys, you really cannot do this business without social media. This is a way to basically get leads in your sleep and to get people coming to you via pull marketing. And it really, really, really is not as complicated as I think a lot of people think it is, or as complicated as it sounds. There are really just a couple of tricks that you need to learn. Okay. Um, re- Repeat after me. Okay. It's a funnel. So it goes profile to page, and then the page has a two-pronged funnel, meaning one leg goes to your website, okay, and the other leg goes to your Vasilis landing page. Okay, that's so important because that you understand how the funnel works, so you can kind of map things out. So profile, page, and then two different directions. One direction going to your website, one going to the Vasilis landing page. Therefore, you have two different capture mechanisms to get you the maximum amount of leads possible. So right now, of course, is my Facebook profile. And I just want to stress here, I never, ever, ever market the Vasilis opportunity on my Facebook page ever. I'm sure many of you don't really have much of an interest in doing that either. And from talking with many of you, one of the big concerns I've heard is, well, what if you know, if I go and put this business opportunity up in front of all my friends and family, aren't I going to go and embarrass myself? Well, that's only if you market on your Facebook profile. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put a lot of things on my profile indicating kind of what I'm doing, whether they're going to be motivational quotes, or maybe, for example, what I can do is I could talk about my page. I can say something like, for motivation and laughs, go to, and then all I do is I put the at sign, and then I type in my page, and it suddenly comes up here. And the next thing you know, I put post, and then it suddenly sees my page. Anyone that has any interest in going to my page now will suddenly go ahead and click on that. But my page is really where I do all of my marketing for Visalis. And, you know, really what I do here, number one, you'll notice that I don't have my face and I don't have my identity on here. Now, a lot of people, if you already have a brand like my wife Jessica does, it might be appropriate to put your face and your identity up there. But for those of you who are a little bit hesitant and don't really have a brand yet, maybe you might want to put like, kind of an avatar or an icon. That way, nobody really has to know that it's you. Okay, and you can voice yourself as the business and not necessarily as yourself. Okay, so on my page, what I'll do is I'll basically go and I'll get leads in three different ways. Okay, let's first start off by mentioning the number one thing that you want to do is get as many likes as possible. So right now I have just under 3,000 likes, as you can see here. Um, what you do is the more people that like your page, the bigger your audience is. Okay. And then on my page, what I do is I make sure that I post every single hour from 8 a.m. in the morning all the way until 11 p.m. at night, Eastern Standard Time. Now, am I scheduling every single hour? Of course not. What I'm doing is every day I take about 30 to 45 minutes and I carefully plot out what my posts are going to be. Okay. Am I telling you that you have to do exactly this at the beginning? No. But what you should do is is over the course of time you should work up to being able to have posts every single hour. Okay, and the way you pre-schedule your posts is you simply go to the posting page, you type on the clock, you add the year, month. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be June 14th, and the hour. Boom, that's it. And then you go ahead and you schedule, and you can do up to I think an unlimited amount of posts there. You'll see in my posts I have a couple of different ways that I get leads. One is I basically put here. I put the transformation pictures. Okay. Um, I'll mix up the message. In this case, I say, get healthy for $1.50 per meal, lose weight, not money, learn more here. And I'll put some transformation pictures. Okay. What's here? It's my myvi.net page. Okay. So when this page comes up, and you guys all have your own capture page at myvi.net, okay, I know that all you do is you go up here, you put in your screen name, .myvi.net, and it brings you right to this page. They can watch the basic challenge video, and they can go here and they can enter all their information. As soon as they click on here, this button right here is going to go right to your inbox. Okay, that's the easiest way definitely to get leads. Okay, the second thing I do is I have an email newsletter. Okay, that and what I do is I'll put this post up probably about 4 or 5 times a day, every 3 hours. Okay, and my email newsletter link will be here. Can't lose weight because it's too hard. Don't worry, it's tough for us to receive our weekly tips here. Okay, and I'll always make sure with every single post I have a picture, because pictures by far get the most amount of likes, talk, traffic, activity, etc. So right here, people click on this, and it'll suddenly go to my website, mine and Jessica's website, and they'll have the option and find out more information about opting into our newsletter. Okay, now we'll go over that in a separate training, how to create your own website and newsletter for the business, to maximize the amount of leads. But what we'll do for the time being is go back here. The third thing I do, so going back as the recap, one, I always plug the myvi.net, the capture page, which is this right here. Two, I put my newsletter, and then three, about 4 or 5 other times a day, every 3 hours, I put this right here. I put, "Hi, I'm Tom, the creator of Your True Change. I lost this kind of weight in about 8 months. Dieting sucks. Losing weight is very hard. Send me a friend request here. I'll show you an easier way." And what this is this is my Facebook profile, where people can suddenly see me and they can request me as a friend. And what this is going to do is, a lot of people are not ready to give their information on, a capture page or to sign up for a newsletter, but they're kind of interested. So what they'll do is they'll send me a friend request, and they'll send you a friend request, and then you can start to talk with them on Facebook Messenger. Okay. So it's really a good way. So these three ways, once again, going back, put your myvi.net capture page to get leads. I have a newsletter. If you guys have websites, that's a great thing to do, to put your articles and to stay in front of them. And then three, I give them an invitation to go ahead and befriend me. So those are the three things that I do. Now, one other thing too that I do is I create groups on Facebook. Okay. And that's really, really important because, say for a lot of people that who don't really want to talk to you, don't really feel that comfortable talking about weight loss, especially if you're a man and they're a woman or vice versa. What's going to happen a lot of the times is you're going to want to invite them to a group. And I created this group here. I need to change right now, because a lot of people will be interested in receiving your information and kind of, engaging with you, but they don't want to talk very personal, or it might take some time. So by going in the groups and posting stuff, whether they be articles, whether they be videos, whether they be cool pictures on, fitness and motivation and nutrition, that might be something that you might want to consider. And the last thing I'm going to kind of just briefly touch on is going to be Facebook ads. Um, Really, the only ads I would focus on at first are going to be the likes ad. And this is simply where you just want to, you have the option to go ahead and to pay for likes. Okay, and I'm showing you right now exactly where to go. Okay, here's my budget to get some likes. You can spend as little as $1 or $2 a day if you want. The more you spend, the more likes you're likely to get. It's going to be an ad in there. You go ahead and create it. It's really, really, really easy. So if I go here to go and create an ad, it's gonna ask me what page. Say I want to do it for my page, Your True Change. Do I want to get more likes? Do I want to promote a page post or do something else different? I create the ad here, the text and everything. I upload the image here. Here's a right column preview of what it looks like. Okay. And we'll get more into this in advanced training. And down here is where I specify my target market, what countries I want to advertise in, age range, demographics. Okay. Um, um, how much per day. So it's really, really, really interesting, because these are all really, really good ways, to get more leads and to set up more traffic. So you go back, you set up a Facebook page, um, you put multiple different ways to go and collect leads. You get as many leads as possible. Make sure you stay in front of people as much as possible. Pre-schedule all of your posts. And that's really about it for the time being. So, you know, in future sessions, we'll go ahead and we'll focus on Twitter. We'll focus on LinkedIn. We'll get a little bit more specific with Facebook ads, and we're going to focus on going ahead and creating an email newsletter. There are many different services you can use. One that I use in particular is called Aweber. So we're going to get into all that, but for the time being, this training hopefully was helpful and was a very good start. So ask me any questions you guys have, and look forward to talking with you soon.